Ace, playing with my buddy Huge Problems. We're playing an ARAM. We are once again Lissandra, League's supervillain. That's what I like to think of her as. So, somebody was nice enough to unlock Blade Queen Lissandra for us, so we'll be using that today. We're going to be going with AP, Runes, Masteries. We're going to be running straight into the enemy. We're going to be rushing as Zonias. And we're going to see if we can't blow somebody the F up. Could be fun. It's going to be fun. So, because this is this is a fairly run-of-the-mill thing that's going to be happening. It's just... So I'm just going to talk about other things over this. First off, I just saw the stuff for the Poppy rework. Oh, you can bet yourself I am going to be playing Poppy after that. That ultimate made me laugh so hard I fell out of my chair. It was so good. Just thump and back to base you go. Well, it's probably not all the way back to base, but it does say a significant difference, and you do get to see something fly right out of the top of the screen, so that's... Ah. Ooh, shit. And then my chair started leaning back all by itself. Alright. Fortunately, we did not knock over our cider. That would be a waste of good cider. Cider, such good, much yes. But actually, since this is kind of a bonus section for the day for me, if you will, I'm going to talk about a couple of other things. Things that have been bothering me, and it's possible that me commenting on the game or whatever's going on might leak in here or there, but we're going to keep this. Nobody cares. Okay, so this is probably actually way quieter than it usually is, isn't it? Okay, we'll bump that up just for your benefit. So, one of the things that, for anybody who doesn't know, I recently moved from Michigan to South Carolina. My wife and I packed with kids. We came down here basically looking for greener pastures because employment in Michigan was a joke. Either getting or keeping employment was a joke. So, with that knowledge firmly in hand, we came down to South Carolina where, A, the schools are better because our sons are about to start school. Actually, here in not too long. But, the schools are better, and, you know, the job market is ostensibly, you know, a little more fruitful. So, my wife actually got a job working for a pretty big company. I'm not going to mention the name of it because I'm not really sure what my, Ow, stop shooting me. Yeah, I don't want to, reveal too much about myself, but to random people on the internet. That was my face. Stop it. It's annoying. But crap. There's a couple of things that I've noticed since coming down here, and take this all with a grain of salt. This might not necessarily be true to... you suck, Katarina. Nobody likes you. This might not necessarily be true for everybody down here, but I have been noticing a pretty big difference in the efficiency? Yeah, I'm going to go with the word efficiency. The efficiency of people in service positions down here. Now, so I worked fast food for a couple of years, and I did management and stuff like that. So there's certain standards that I expect, at least, not just as a customer, but as, a guy who actually did, I was worried about things like payroll and stuff like that for a while, scheduling and whatnot. Like, I had responsibilities, and I had people that, I was the boss for. Not that I got paid for it, but that's a whole different kettle of fish. But, so I had certain expectations, both of them and of myself. And there's a marked difference in how service people up north behaved versus how service people down here behave. And I'm not going to go so far as to say, like, it was better up there, but it was a lot better. Because jobs were much more scarce. People that were actually, like, qualified to deal with people and were, you know, civilized human beings actually had jobs in service positions, which apparently is not the case down here. Now, this might just be, you know, my personal experience or whatever, and maybe I just haven't found a good, you know, like customer service experience down here because I just haven't found one. Doesn't necessarily mean there isn't one, right? But I don't know. This seems prevalent down here that things are a little bit lazier, a little bit slower, and it is kind of annoying. To the tune of, okay, so I've been looking for a job, and one of the things that I had to do when I applied for this job, which is technically retail, although it's overnights because my wife's job kind of means I have to work overnights if I'm going to be working at all, which I really want to. I do. But so this overnights job that I applied for, they needed, you know, a background check and a drug test and all that stuff. Okay, that's fine. Went in to the clinic, had to take my children with me because I'm gonna love being able to hold her as soon as I can. It's gonna be so much fun. But went into the clinic, took my kids with me because I had to, because we only had the one car. You know, did it early in the morning, did the whole, you know, pee in a cup thing, what have you, because, you know, that's what you do when you're looking for a job. And I go, I'm not expecting any trouble from this, because I mean, you know, I don't even touch alcohol, not because I have any strong moral objective to it, just I don't like drinking. It doesn't do anything for me. So go in, do the drug test, and it's like 3 weeks later. I still haven't heard back from anybody. I've you know, sent out a couple of emails. I've called a couple of times trying to figure out, you know, hey, what's going on? But, you know, all I'm getting is, oh, we're just waiting on the background check. We're waiting on the background check. Well, today, the woman that I spoke with about, you know, being employed called me. And she's like, well, we got your background check, but now we don't, you know, we don't know, you just need to get the drug test done. I'm like, well, I did that already. And she said, well, we don't have any record of that. And she called the people that were supposed to have the record, and she said, well, they didn't receive it either. And I'm like, okay. So I called the clinic, asking, like, what's going on here? Because I know I was there. You remember when you pee in a cup. You do. It's just a thing. Like, I haven't done it often enough to not remember every time and where I've been. So they asked me, you know, when was this? What was your name? Yada yada yada. And it turns out that, and like the woman that I'm talking to at the clinic, obviously, you know, cares about this. Like she's looking for me. She's trying to figure out what the hell's going on, and it's obviously bothering her that she doesn't have an answer for me, like right off the top. Like it bothered her that she didn't know what had happened to my records, basically. But so she went looking for it for me, and she found them. And she's like, oh, well, we actually faxed these out. There was not a digital record of them. They got faxed out. I'm thinking that's kind of weird. But anyway, we go through, come to find out that, okay, that everybody who has the stuff that they're supposed to have for legal reasons for my employment has the things that they have. Okay, cool. Well, we're just waiting on the second part of the background check. Why is there a second part of the background check? But, be that as it may, all of this comes down to the fact that there is a serious lack of the feel of professionalism down here. Like, what my call to the clinic could have easily ended with, well, you know, the people who did your paperwork obviously didn't file it in the right place. Oh, you know, oh, this happens all the time. Like, that's serious what I thought was going to happen. Like, that's where I thought that conversation was going. It's a little silly. Why won't he stop? He should have stopped. But I mean, like, this is, like, we're having to check, like, fast food orders down here a lot more often than it should be reasonable for anybody. Like, we're having to... It's taken forever for anybody to get back to us that's, like, based down here. Like, there are, like, some organizations that are, like, national organizations that we're not having any issues with or anything like that. But it seems like it's taking forever for anything to get done down here. And I'm starting to wonder, I mean, like, obviously there's different culture in South Carolina than there is in Michigan, at least as far as... But I'm trying to figure out where that happened. Like, is it just because the jobs are so plentiful down here that people that are qualified for good jobs can actually get those jobs instead of having to settle for a menial service position like everybody in Michigan has to right now? Like, is that the difference? And if so, that's... what the hell? Like, it's just... that just seems wrong to me somehow. That... a good economy means that you're going to get bad service at a restaurant, because the people that are employed by that restaurant just don't care, because they're literally unemployable any other way, and they're not going to get gotten rid of because nobody's looking for those jobs. Like, trust me, I would happily take a lot of different work right now just to, be employed. Ow. But unfortunately, I'm not being given those options, either because of availability or because of, whatever else is going on right now, so. Alright, well, I at least have my zonies on, so maybe we can actually go get something done. Rageblade on Kale. I guess that makes sense. Why does he still get to cast spells when he's... Oh, I hit Vayne, not him. Yes, your easy mode, Katarina, we know. Thank you. Yeah, that's... I don't know why it bothers me, but it does. Like, I do. I hold myself to a higher standard. And I kind of hold other people in service positions to higher standards, because, I mean, like, I know what it's like. I've been there. To have the crap-ass job and to have to work it every day because you can't get anything else. But that's not a problem these people seem to have down here. They work crap-ass jobs because they're not motivated enough to actually better themselves. And because of that, they get away with basically being lazy. And I don't hold with that. Like, that is not okay with me. It's really not. Like, I can't imagine why it's okay with anybody. I just expect better from people. But enough about my bitching. Let's see if we can turn this around here. Katarina needs to explode at every available opportunity. I gotta save my ultimate for just the Katarina, which is annoying, but I'll do it. I can't stop the Warwick from healing up at all. No, they're in that bush. And I have 20 seconds until I can do anything about that. Alright. Got my ultimate up now, so I can at least do something about her. No, I don't wanna. You can't make me. I don't wanna. Don't leave me alone on this. If it's not the Katarina, it's the fucking Vayne. And all she has is a static shift, really, and she's building another fucking... Ugh. How annoying. Is that shit? Alright. Really? Executed? All that, you can't just... How is he so frickin' tanky? He's got... What? Why does he have it? It's gonna be annoying, isn't he? Okay, well, the Tryndamere doing okay. Huge Problems is pretty good at this. Oh, they have a Soraka. That's the reason we're having such a big problem. What the actual ass clones is this? Got her! I got her. I feel good about that. No! Keep him away from me! I lived! Ugh. I lived! I think some spell vamp is in order. Ugh. Oh, you have to be kidding me. And that stun of Vayne's lasts forever. CDR is going to help him more in spell pen at this point. And yeah, we're going to be going for some spell vamp. Seriously? Oh, for crying out loud. I hate Katarina. She's just so frustrating to play against. But I can lock her ass down again. You missed me. Not your best idea, dude. Oh, I nearly killed the frickin' Soraka. I don't think... Has our Akram ulted yet? There he is. I was about to say, has our Akram ulted yet today? Okay. Getting a Wota. Because I am one of the ancients that I'm going to enforce the will of. What? How did that hit me? I ported it. God, I hate Vel'Koz's crap. Skill interactions in this game still really need to be cleaned up. He healed all that back. Really? feeling I'm getting target focused here because I can lock down their big... Only one of their big damage dealers. Ugh. Oh, I walked right into it. Damn it. If I'd have gotten the ult off on the Katarina, that would not have gone that poorly. Yeah, I'm gonna need an Abyssal Scepter. Okay, let's do this. Alright, so I got some spell vamp now. That is good.
This world is protecting your power.
My ultimate. Oh, my ultimate. Why was that so much of my health? Not much more I can do here. Lissandra is not good in ARAM, hilariously enough. Because they'll see it coming every time. There he goes. Go, Hecarim. Go, Hecarim. Happily take that. I believe I earned it. Cooldown is a good idea, because 48-second cooldown on that ultimate is nice. Ah, frack! My mouse is in the wrong spot. I couldn't target her. Ah. Yeah, I couldn't put down the ultimate on Vayne, or we might have actually been able to do that. Oh, that was annoying. Yeah, Lissandra's just one of those champions that really needs some work. I don't think she's got anything like what it takes to be viable, at least in ARAM. Just really sad that I did the most damage on my team. Not to champions, but just overall. Yeah. I don't know. She's awful in ARAM. Note to self, reroll Lissandra if possible. So we'll do that from now on.